Everyone, and welcome to Milton Area High School's 147th commencement ceremony. Tonight is not just a graduation, it's a series finale of a story that began 13 years ago with untied shoelaces, Avengers, or Hello Kitty lunchboxes, and endless arguments at recess.
And somehow, those same kids are now driving cars, filling out FAFSA forms, and pretending that they know how taxes work.
Now, do you know how taxes work, Steve?
Sure don't, Sean.
Neither do I.
I sure don't.
I'm Sean Moore, high school social studies teacher and National Honor Society advisor.
And I'm Steve Aguirre, ESL teacher and drama director. Tonight, before the caps fly and the diplomas are handed out, we thought we'd take everyone on one final journey along the road that brought the class of 2026 here tonight.
Now, let's start, Steve, with a difficult question.
Oh boy.
Do you remember what life looked like in 2013 when this graduating class first entered kindergarten?
Absolutely. TikTok didn't exist, smartphones were just getting started, and all these kids were about 3 feet tall.
And today?
Today they're earning scholarships, joining the military, entering apprenticeships, attending universities, and somehow teaching us how to use technology.
That transformation's pretty incredible.
Now, every graduating class leaves behind statistics, but this class leaves behind a profound legacy.
This year's senior class earned hundreds of thousands of dollars in scholarships,
completed thousands of hours of community service,
and brought home athletic championships and artistic honors that will forever be a part of Milton's history.
Including something truly special, ladies and gentlemen. Sean, our Milton bowling team captured a state championship this year.
That deserves another round of applause from home.
A state title is more than just trophies and banners. It represents early mornings, long practices, discipline, teamwork, and an incredible amount of pride in wearing the black and orange.
And the best part? Those student athletes just didn't represent Milton well in the lanes. They represented our community with class and humility and sportsmanship everywhere they went.
The class of 2026 can officially say that they leave as champions.
We've also had student athletes leading teams deep into district and state champions, musicians performing at district and regional levels, artists showcasing their talents publicly, and performers who lit up their theatrical stage this year.
This class didn't just participate in Milton traditions, they elevated them.
And perhaps most impressively,
they survived group projects.
No small accomplishment, I dare say.
Every graduating class has its own identity. Some classes are remembered for records,
some for their talents,
or for school spirit,
and some for causing administrators mild but consistent anxiety.
We'll let the audience decide where the class of 2026 falls on that spectrum.
But truly, this class has been defined by resilience.
Sorry, page turn. They adapted to changing schedules, demanding expectations, endless notifications on Schoology and Canvas, and the general chaos of being teenagers in the modern world.
And through all of it, they showed up for their classmates, their teams, their teachers, and their community.
You know, Sean, tonight's ceremony is part of a tradition that stretches back nearly a century and a half.
That's right. Milton Area High School held its very first commencement in 1880.
And they only had one graduate.
Now, imagine being ranked first in your class of one. That would have been my only chance.
Undefeated academically.
And tonight, more than 140 years later, over 150 graduates will cross the stage.
Proof that while generations change, the spirit of Milton persists throughout.
And now comes the question every graduate asks at least 50 times tonight.
So, what's next?
Some students here tonight are heading to college.
Some are entering the workforce.
Some are joining the military.
Some are pursuing trade careers.
And at least a few are hoping their parents will forget to charge them rent for the next 6 months.
But wherever life takes them, each graduate leaves here carrying something much more significant than a diploma.
Like friendships.
Memories.
Lessons learned.
And maybe a few unopened emails from Mr. Newell and Mrs. Robinson.
Tonight marks something bigger than the end of high school.
It's the moment where childhood begins giving way to adulthood.
Where familiar hallways become memories.
And where possibility suddenly becomes very real.
Years from now, the class of 2026 may not remember every homework assignment.
But they'll remember those Friday night lights.
Band and choir concerts.
Opening night of a play.
Inside jokes in the cafeteria.
And the people who believed in them. Who pushed them to be better than they ever thought they could be.
And this moment.
So tonight, as the graduates prepare to walk across this stage, we ask everyone to do one thing.
Take it all in.
because this is history for these families,
and for this community.
and most importantly, for the class of 2026.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Please join us in celebrating the Milton Area High School class of 2026. And cut.
Was that live? Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the presentation of our flags.
Good evening, and welcome to this year's commencement ceremony.
Please remain standing as we welcome the class of 2026.
all the parents, families, teachers, administrators, and everyone else who helped us get to this point. Without your support, encouragement, and guidance, we would not be sitting here tonight. It's hard to believe this moment is finally here. After years of alarms that went off too early, assignments submitted 2 minutes before the deadline, and asking, is this graded, more times than we'd like to admit, we officially made it to graduation. It feels strange that after 13 years of waiting, this moment is finally here. For years, graduation felt so far away. It was something we talked about but could never fully picture. And now somehow, we're all sitting here together for the last time as classmates. But we did it. Years down the road, when we look back, we probably won't remember a single thing we learned in school. From chemistry and biology, to U.S. history, and sadly, maybe even English, everything will leave our minds faster than the information entered. However, what we will remember are the people who sat beside us in class, walked the halls with us, and somehow even made the stressful moments memorable. In the future, no matter where our lives lead, we will carry with us the memories of the people who stood beside us throughout these years. During that time, our friend groups may have changed. Old friendships faded, new friendships formed, but through everything, we made it here together. And I think that's what we remember most when we look back at these past 4 years, the relationships we shared with one another. For me, I won't remember a single thing I learned in AP government my junior year, but I will always remember the 4 computers Wyatt and I went through that delayed our AP test nearly 50 minutes, and how the only way we could calm our nerves was by singing an a cappella rendition of the national anthem together. And then somehow, the next year, history repeated itself during an AP Euro test when Adam Spell forgot his password and logged himself out of the testing software that Mr. Schultz reminded us every day with 3 weeks leading up to the exam to check and make sure we could log in. That time delayed us 40 minutes, and we calmed our nerves by full class participation in the wave like we were at a baseball game. I'm sure all of us could share the small quirky moments from our time together, especially all the 6-7 jokes Senora we made in Spanish 4 for Senora. But those moments we'll always remember, not the tests themselves, but all the memories we made while surviving them. Tonight is more than just about that in high school. It's the closing of a chapter that shaped us in ways we probably won't fully understand until years from now. Some of us are heading to college, some of us into the workforce, some into the military, and some are spending what they spent the past 4 years doing best, procrastinating, figuring out what they're going to do. But no matter where life takes us, we'll always share the time we spent together, especially being here tonight. I'd like to end my speech by encouraging my fellow graduates to look around. The same people who surround you the past 4 years surround you right now, and possibly for the last time. So take a deep breath and take it all in. The moment we've been waiting for the past 13 years has finally come. Take in the faces around you one last time. Appreciate the memories, the friendships, and the journey that brought us all here together. Let's make the final moments together ones that we'll never forget. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand and join me in the playing of our national anthem in the Dillon High School alma mater.
Please be seated.
Good evening, and welcome to the commencement ceremony of the class of 2026. I have the pleasure of serving as assistant principal of Milton Area Senior High School. I'd like to take the opportunity to introduce those seated on the stage with me and other special guests joining us for this evening's celebration. Seated behind me are Milton Area School District's Superintendent of Schools, Dr. John Pickard, Assistant Superintendent Catherine Burton, Director of Secondary Education, Mr. Andrew Rance, Principal Michael Berge, and the President of the Milton Area School District Board of Education, Joel Harris. I would also like to welcome additional members of our Milton Area School District Board of Education seated to the left of the stage. Amy Waldron, Kevin Fry, and Brett Osterman. Finally, I would like to welcome members of the Milton Area School District faculty and staff who are also seated to the left of the stage. Each year, 2 members of the senior class are designated the valedictorian and the salutatorian. The valedictorian is the student who has obtained the highest cumulative grade point average, and the salutatorian is the student who has obtained the second highest cumulative grade point average. Continuing a tradition started by the class of 1988, gifts are presented to these 2 students, ranking first and second in their class of 2026. These gifts are a symbol of the time, dedication, commitment, perseverance demonstrated by these 2 individuals, reaching the highest academic levels. Ranking second in the class, with a cumulative grade point average of 102.65, it is my pleasure to recognize Olivia Russell. With the highest cumulative grade point average of 103.26, it is also my pleasure to recognize Caitlin Davister as the valedictorian of the class of 2026 and present her with her gift. At this time, Mr. Andrew Ranch will present the yearly Dreyfus Hackenberg Scholarships.
It is now my honor and pleasure to present the 2026 recipients of the Samuel Dreyfus Family Fund and the John Frederick Hackenberg Family Fund Scholarships. Since the first Dreyfus Scholarships were awarded in 1981 and the first Hackenberg Scholarships in 1992, more than $5,676,000 has been distributed to 713 Milton High School graduates. During the present year, 2026, $192,342 will be distributed for scholarships from the Samuel Dreyfus Family Fund, and $43,848 will be distributed for scholarships from the John Frederick Hackenberg Family Fund, making a total of $236,190 available for all current Dreyfus Hackenberg Scholarship recipients during 2026, including tonight's 5 newly awarded students. From the Milton class of 2026, and please stand when I call your name and give them a round of applause. The scholarship recipient in the Health Careers category is Carrie King. The awardee in the Bucknell category is Cameron Hoover. And our 3 recipients in the general category for the areas of art, music, literature, science, engineering, or philosophy are Olivia Russell, Wyatt Heinzelman, and Caitlin Davidson. Please give all of these students another worthy round of applause. Congratulations, class of 2026. At this time, please help me welcome to the podium to deliver his address entitled, Don't Be a Stranger, the president of the class of 2026, Alexander Familia.
Good evening to friends, families, and the amazing faculty and staff of the Milton Area School District. I'd first like to congratulate the class of 2026 for making it so far. You should all be very proud of not only your academic abilities, but also your ability to overcome the many hardships that come with being a teenager in high school. I truly could not be more proud of all of us. I'd now like to introduce myself. For those of you who I did not have the honor to meet, my name is Alexander Familia. Now, I hope you may have noticed the phrasing I used in that last sentence. I did not have the honor to meet you. This is because every person sitting in this room that I have met has had some sort of effect on me. Some have had a greater effect than others, but even those who I've barely interacted with have changed the trajectory of my life. And while I never took pottery, shout out Mrs. Ritchie, I do know that humans are very similar to clay. We are shapeable, impressionable. Every staff member I've greeted in the morning, every teacher I've had a silly conversation with, every classmate I've shared side eyes with when we see something weird, we're all impressions on the sculpture that is my being. And because of this, I'm eternally grateful that I had the honor of meeting all of you who have molded the last 13 years of my life. And I am also so honored that you've allowed me to have been the class president of the class of 2026. Beyond reflecting upon myself, the same is true for all of us. Every person you've interacted with is like a hand that helps sculpt your being. Yet, unfortunately, the opposite is also true. Because every person that you chose not to interact with was a missed opportunity to shape a new part of yourself. By choosing to not jump into a conversation, by choosing to not ask someone about their day, or by choosing to not compliment someone on their cool shirt, you chose to ignore Michelangelo that could have constructed an awesome part of yourself. Now, I'm not telling you this to berate you about the choices you made over the years, because I did the same thing. Instead, I say this as a reminder that we should all be willing to meet new people and be brave enough to form new connections. Despite the fact that there are 161 students in Milton's class of 2026, and despite the idea that there's only maybe 2 or 3 people in here that can name all of them, we have still all met each other, or at least seen each other. The people you've met over these last 13 years, the people to your left and right, are not strangers. Every person in the class of 2026 has had some shape on who you are today. And while we may not all be super close friends, there once was a time when we saw each other in first period and complained about how annoying the math work was last night. And there once was a time when Black Quad beat Orange Quad in a fierce battle of Civil War. There once was a time when we ran and laughed together under that big rainbow parachute in gym class. And these moments and memories are enough to cement us as friends. While writing my 6-word memoir in Mrs. Rank's class, I realized that when we graduate, though we may drift in different directions, we don't just immediately become strangers. Even though we may not be able to make new memories as students here, we can still make memories or reflect on the memories we made as alumni. So if you ever see your former classmates at Walmart over the summer, or at work 5 years from now, or at your kid's soccer practice 50 years from now, don't be a stranger. Say hello. Ask how they're doing. Ask how they've been. Ask if they're nervous about their future, because deep down we all kind of are. Maybe reminisce on that one time that we all walked in Mrs. Corner in first grade, or the times we had snowball fights in the parking lot. But just please don't act like we don't know each other. Please do not be a stranger. I cannot wait to see what the future has in store for us, and to greet each of you sometime, somewhere, years from now. Congratulations, and thank you for your time. At this time, to deliver her valedictorian address entitled Empathy, please help me welcome to the podium the valedictorian of the class of 2026, Caitlin Davidson.
Good evening, and thank you to everyone who has gathered today to celebrate this momentous achievement. It's a great honor to be standing here today as the valedictorian of the class of 2026. Without the people who have been with us on this journey as we gather in this room today, none of us would be who we are. As we have grown, you all have taught us values that have made us into better people. Of those values, empathy has been the most important, but often the one most easily disregarded. Empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. It's a crucial skill for us all, but it can also be unimaginably difficult to practice. Many issues in the course of human history have occurred from people not being able to understand others. During these historic times, if people had empathy for one another, how many lives could have been saved? On a significantly smaller scale, the lack of empathy causes rifts between people, leaving us all further divided. Friendships are broken, familial ties severed, all due to not having empathy. In recent times, that has only increased. We are further alienated now more than ever due to apathy and extremes. Many of us, if not all of us, have lost sight of what it means to have empathy. Some of us may even use it as a buzzword, claiming to be empaths, but many of us do not truly have a deep understanding for others. Over the past few decades, we have become so self-involved and self-centered in some ways that we've grown desensitized to the issues others face. As I have seen this trend of apathy, I'm reminded of the quote from Martin Niemöller. Niemöller was a Lutheran pastor and supporter of Nazi ideas up until Hitler came to power and instituted policies against Protestant churches. His words are what follow. First, I came from the socialists, and I did not speak out because I was not a socialist. Then they came from the trade unionists, and I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist. Then they came from the Jews, and I did not speak out because I was not a Jew. Then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak for me. Over 8 years, from 1937 to 1945, Niemöller was detained in concentration camps and other Nazi prisons. Like most people, Niemöller confesses that he was also complicit and apathetic to the struggles that did not apply to him. As a result, disregard from him and others inevitably led to the suffering of immense lives. For most of us, the prioritization of self is a primitive instinct. However, what does that say about us if we follow only the most primitive and self-concerned instincts? What does that say about us as people if we have not yet evolved from our most basic blueprint after all this time? But we do not have to continue a cycle of apathy and selfishness. All it takes for us to develop the empathy that we were taught when we were younger is to pull up a chair to a conversation and listen. We do not have to immediately shun or plug our ears when someone says something just a little different from our own experiences or beliefs. All we have to do is listen. Not immediately accept their change, but be willing to change as we learn from others. However, if we do not develop empathy for one another, one can only imagine what human-made horrors will occur next due to all of us solely focusing on themselves. Instead of falling down a destructive path, we must pull our heads out of the sand and recognize that we are engaging with humans, not stereotypes or strongmen. We must see that our culture is not superior to others. Once we have obtained this realization, it is an obligation for us to be decent human beings, for us to use our empathy to speak for the voices that are forcibly silenced and drowned out. We must not fall into the trap Niemöller fell into. Instead, we must speak out for those who are being targeted and disenfranchised. I have a great amount of trust that this graduating class can make an impact on a local or larger scale just by having empathy. I believe that we can all become better listeners and humans by developing an understanding for others. Let us recall those childhood memories and the lessons embedded within us for young people who are truly empathetic to one another. Those who have been in our lives, our families, friends, teachers, and the community taught us these skills for a reason. It is time we use those lessons and reverse the tide that's been so for decades. Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2026. At this time, please help me welcome to the podium our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. John Bickard.
correction to that. We are actually going to welcome our Milton High School Concert Choir. They're going to perform the selection Homeward Bound. Choir, please go ahead.
So once again, good evening, everyone. I'm John Maker, proud superintendent of this amazing district. When you listen to that choir, that band, and you get to see the view we see right now, I'm pretty proud moment for all of us sitting up here. To these three amazing individuals who represented their class, their speeches, okay, I'll come back to follow it. So here we go. Tonight is about a celebration. It's about a reflection. It's about possibilities for all of you. First, before we get started, there are a few groups I need to celebrate because without them, we're not here. As a proud grandson of a World War II veteran, without our military and our veterans, we are nothing. So, to our families, if you are a member of the military, please stand and be recognized. Where I'll go next is, for those who are joining the military, can you please stand and be recognized from our graduating class of 2026. Thank you all. One final recognition, class of 2026, I'm going to ask you to help me with this one. There's a group of individuals that are sitting right there. And I know this group behind us has been your biggest supporters. But without that group, you're not here. Can you please stand and give them the round of applause they deserve and to be recognized? All right. Now let's talk about you. That's what we're here for, right? You walked into kindergarten, 2013. The world looked a little bit different. Frozen had just been released, and whether you know it or not, you were all singing what? Let it go. You were also learning to line up quietly, share your crayons, and raise your hand. Believe it or not, phones, iPhones, smartphones were not there yet. They weren't quite smart. In fact, while technology was exciting, the iPhone 5 was introduced with Touch ID where you could unlock your screen. We didn't know what we were doing at that point. It felt futuristic. And Sony released PlayStation 4. Right? Long time ago. Streaming services just started. In fact, Netflix streaming began when you guys were born. Unfortunately, Boston Red Sox, Baltimore Ravens, they won championships, not the Cowboys, not the Yankees, and not the Eagles. You moved into elementary school. For a moment, learning was not yet on a computer. It was shared, it was real, it was unforgettable. You loved your teachers. By the end of elementary, you entered middle school, Snapchat streaks became popular, still are, right? Fidget spinners everywhere. Bottle flipping was the challenge. Making slime, huge, right? And of course, the dads. And then you got settled, 6th grade ended, and what happened? The world stopped. March 2020. Routines disappeared, classrooms shifted, everything was uncertain. You didn't know which way was up. But you adapted. You learned in new ways. You stayed connected, even when you were apart. You didn't just live through history, you responded to it. You reached high school. Change didn't slow down. New expectations, new opportunities. Through it all, you grew, and you persisted. And tonight, you graduate. For your parents here, it doesn't feel like 18 years. It feels like yesterday. They were bringing you home for the first time. You were carefully buckling your car seat. They were double-checking everything, wondering what came next. They remembered the sleepless nights, the quiet moments rocking you back to sleep, the first steps that felt like milestones no one else could fully understand, and they held your hand as you went off to kindergarten. Somehow, without realizing it, that little hand kept letting go just a little bit more. Now here you are, not letting go. The parents are watching them step forward. And I think if there's one thing your parents would say tonight, is this. They would ask for just 5 more minutes on those early days. So what comes next? You've experienced stuff, you've learned a lot. Well, what really matters next? What defines your future success? It's not what you know, it's not where you'll go, it's how you choose to live your life moving forward. If you haven't seen recently, Eric Church, American country music fans like I am, he did the graduation speech at UNC. Anybody see it? It's phenomenal. Take the time, about 18 minutes, go listen to the whole thing. I'm going to give you one part of it. Belonging. You're going to move on. You're going to hear a lot about leaving, about going out into the future, your path, chase your dreams, and you should. But as you do that, never forget something that's that important. You have a home. Right here, Milton High School in Milton, Pennsylvania. I know, you're ready to move on. I get it. We all want to get out of our little hometowns and move on. This isn't where you went to school. It's where you were shaped. It's where you grew. It's where people know you. Not your profile, not your posts, but you. And in a world that sometimes feels focused on screens and accumulating likes and views, there's a temptation to perform for everyone. We know by no one. Resist it. Be proud of where you come from. Be proud of this community. Your life's not going to be built on that one big decision of where you go next. It's going to be shaped by hundreds of small ones. Decisions small like this. Show up, help someone, stay connected, and give of your time to others. Those decisions matter. They connect you, not just to a place, but to people. And here's the truth. Generosity isn't something you do after you've made it. It's how you make it. At some point in your life, you're going to feel uncertain, you're going to feel lost. That's part of it. But remember this, you belong here. You have roots that run deeper than you realize in this community. Milton will always be home. Be proud of that, carry it with you. Come back, give back, and stay connected. There's one young man that I want to point out tonight who's going to walk across this stage. And his name is Logan Cobb. WWE. We talk Raw, we talk SmackDown, we talk current and former superstars. We love it. Those moments have brightened my day for the past 4 years as superintendents. He makes a difference in my life. But here's what's neat about Logan. The connection that exists with me exists with how many of you? How many of you? How many of you? How many out there that know Logan? Logan doesn't have to say one word to make you feel special. It is the way he greets you, smiles at you, genuinely and authentically is just excited to see you. He makes you feel like you matter and you belong in his life, that we're all better people because of someone like Logan. Before I let you go, one more thing I want to share, and I know those of you that have been with me the past 3 years know where I'm going to go. There's a song called 5 More Minutes. It's about time and wishing you had just a little more of it with the people who matter most. You are surrounded by your family. Please listen to me, guys, on this. Take a moment to think about it. Long before this night, in this stage, in this graduation, before classes, activities, memories, there were people who helped you get here. People who showed up, supported you, even when it was hard, and believed in you. Your family. Tonight is their moment too. Because life moves forward, and it will move faster than you could ever imagine. There'll be times you wish for just 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes at the dinner table. 5 more minutes in a conversation you didn't even know mattered. 5 more minutes to say thank you. Or simply just be present in the conversation. For all of us, don't wait. Life is too precious. Make time, stay connected. Pick up the phone to talk, not just text. Visit your family every time you can. Be present. Success isn't measured by what you achieve, but by the relationships you keep and the people you hold on to along the way. Class, from grants to Chromebooks, uncertainty to achievement, from kindergarten to this exact moment, you've done it, you've grown. You're taking your next step. The world you're entering is changing. But the things that matter most never will. Connect, have good character, and believe in this community and come back. Hold on to these, and you will not only succeed, you will make a difference in this world. Congratulations, and thank you. At this time, please help me welcome to the podium our high school principal, Mr. Michael Bergen.
Good evening, everyone. Seniors, I think you heard a little bit of a theme what was going on tonight, and I don't think any of you guys really preferred their speech. What is truly important in life? The things that genuinely matter. Human connection, dignity, respect, and honor. It's extremely important. It's the backbone of who you are as an individual. Seniors, really proud of you. So before I begin, I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge an award that we missed at last night's senior awards ceremony. The award is the Michael V. Bergen Memorial Award, presented by the family and friends in memory of Michael Farrell Bergen. Michael was a 1990 graduate of Milton High School, a wrestler, and an avid Milton sports fan. Michael lost his battle with cystic fibrosis in January of 1999. This award, based on scholastics, sportsmanship, and need, will be presented annually to a Milton High School wrestler who is going on to further his or her education. Please join me in congratulating the class of 2026 award recipient of the Michael V. Bergen Memorial Award, Ty Locke. Tonight is a night filled with pride, gratitude, celebration, and for some of us, a little disbelief. It feels like only yesterday that our graduates seated before us were walking to school for the very first time, holding their parents' hand, carrying backpacks that were far too big for them to be wearing, and beginning their journey as a Milton kindergarten student at the Milton Area School District. And now, after 13 years of learning, growing, competing, achieving, and becoming who they are meant to be, they are preparing to walk across this stage as graduates of Milton High School. Class of 2026, this moment belongs to you. Over the past 4 years, you have grown in ways beyond academics. You have discovered who you are, what matters to you, and what you are capable of accomplishing. You've experienced success that brought excitement and confidence, and you faced challenges that have tested your strength and your resilience. Through every high and every low, you kept moving forward. What a year it's been for your class and for our community. The class of 2026 helped make history here at Milton. This year, our boys bowling team captured the first ever team state championship in our school's history. Great job, boys. And our esports team followed them up by earning the second ever team state champion in Milton history. Nicely done. Represent far more than trophies and banners. They reflect dedication, teamwork, perseverance, and tremendous pride in representing Milton. That same spirit has defined this graduating class. Whether in classrooms, on stages, on athletic fields, in music programs, clubs, and organizations, and through acts of kindness that no one else ever saw. You have represented Milton well. As educators, people often ask us, what makes a class memorable? It's not simply grades, awards, or accomplishments. It's the way the class and the people make you feel. It's the relationships they build, the energy they bring, and the impact they leave behind. And class of 2026, you will honestly be remembered for the positive mark that you've left on this school. Tonight also reminds us how quickly time moves. It feels impossible that 4 years ago, you entered our high school. Many of you entered unsure of yourselves, unsure of your future, and some of us unsure of where you were supposed to go. Now, you leave here as young adults, prepared to begin a brand new chapter of your life. Tonight, you will officially become graduates of the Milton Area School District. But even more importantly, you will become a part of a tradition that stretches back generations. Little active participation here. Seniors, do me a favor, please stand up and turn and face the audience. Yeah, go ahead and give them a round of applause. For those of you in the crowd, if you are a graduate of Milton, would you please stand and remain standing? Take a moment, graduates, and look around this room. Surrounding you tonight are generations of Milton alumni, people who once sat where you are sitting now. Some of them graduated a few years ago, while others graduated a little more than a few years ago. Yet, despite the passing of time, they are all connected by something special. Pride in this community and pride in this school district. One of our greatest strengths here in Milton is the people who continue to invest in it long after graduation. Many of the adults who have influenced your lives, teachers, coaches, advisors, staff members, once walked these same hallways as students themselves. They returned because Milton mattered to them, and they wanted to give back to the place that helped shape who they are today. My hope is that no matter where life takes you, you will always carry that same connection and pride with you. Thank you, alumni. You may be seated. Graduation is often viewed as an achievement of individual students, but the truth is that no one reaches this stage alone. Every graduate seated here tonight has been supported, encouraged, challenged, and guided by countless people along the way. So tonight, we're going to pause and recognize the individuals who have helped make this moment possible for you. To our custodians, maintenance staff, food service, secretaries, transportation department, paraprofessionals, coaches, advisors, administrators, and school board members, thank you. Each of you played an important role in the lives of these students. Some of your work happens in front of crowds, while much of it happens quietly behind the scenes. But all of it matters, and none of it goes unnoticed. Schools are not simply buildings where students learn subjects. Schools are communities built by people who care deeply about the children and about each other. Tonight is a reflection of your dedication, your compassion, your commitment to helping these students succeed. Please join me in recognizing all of our support staff and leadership for the impact they've had on the class of 2026. Recognize your teachers. Teachers, the influence you have had on these students extend far beyond assignments, grades, and lesson plans. You've inspired curiosity, encouraged confidence, challenged students to think differently, and often provide them support during moments when the students need you the most. The lessons students remember years from now will not only come from textbooks, but they will also come from the relationships, encouragement, and belief that you showed them each day. Class of 2026, if you think about it, every person that is seated here tonight can probably identify with a teacher who made a difference in their life. A teacher who pushed them, supported them, believed in them, or simply took time to listen to them. The impact is lasting, and it matters more than words can fully express. To our teachers, thank you for your patience, thank you for your passion, your unwavering commitment to our students. This moment is yours as well. Please join me in recognizing our incredible teaching staff here at Milton. And to our parents, guardians, grandparents, and families, thank you for trusting us with your children. Thank you for every early morning, every late night conversation, every encouraging word, every ride to practice, every difficult decision, and every moment you've supported them. The pride you feel tonight is well deserved. Please join me in thanking our family and family members and guardians. Graduates, as you prepare to leave Milton High School, remember that success will not be measured only by titles, accomplishments, or achievements, but it will also be measured by the way you treat people, the integrity that you show when no one is watching, and the difference that you make in the lives of the people around you. There will be moments in life when the path ahead of you feels uncertain. There will be times when plans change or obstacles appear unexpectedly. But if these past 4 years have proven anything, it is that you're capable of adapting, persevering, and continually moving forward. Be willing to work hard. Be willing to learn from your failures. Be willing to support others, and never underestimate the impact that you can have on the people around you. No matter where your future leads, whether across the country or right here in Milton, you will always have a home here at Milton High School. You will always be a part of our Milton Black Panther family. Class of 2026, thank you for the memories, the laughter, the school pride, and the legacy you leave behind. We are incredibly proud of you, and we cannot wait to see what the future holds for you. Congratulations to the class of 2026. And with that, Mr. President, I proudly present to you the class of 2026.
Shawley. Kylie Long. Brady Wolf. Trent DeLong. Olivia Maynard. Andrea Tillman. Reagan Kleinfelter. Lily Ann Peterman. In loving memory of Cameron Peterman. Logan Kopp.
And the hall. Riley Armstrong. Delvin Arnold. London Hartley. Kylie Ashby. Reuven Babikoff.
Yehiel Bernabe. Emily Vogel. Delaney Baroff. Nicole Browse. Joshua Brown. Gianluca Ua. Elora Burns. Adeline Bush. Asia Camp Williams. Caitlin Campbell. Jaden Kapperman. Madeline Kaup. Trinity Cox. Dylan Cromwell. Chloe Davis.
Sierra Dressler. Molly Dyer. Noah Eck. Chelsea Edmonds. Montgomery Fisher. Anthony Florentine. Dustin Foreman. Elias Franciscus.
left check. Emily Lindsay. Ty Locke. Cheyenne Lacer. Nathaniel Lopez. Ramir Lopez. Michaela Lorman. Adriana Loophole. Chase Lytle.
Zoe Rangers. Nicholas Marks. Dylan McClintock. Eliana McConnell. Dallas Miller. Alexis Mitch. Victoria Monge. Nathan Moore. Landon Munson.
Zachary Murray. Anthony Narvaez Velasquez. Joseph Meatling. Yadeli Niemes. Aaron Parker. Justin Parker. Bo Peterman. Angelina Pinchak. Aiden Prieto. Bryce Purcell.
Alexis Riegel. Cole Rhodes. Katora Rice. Genevieve Rivera. Samantha Rorty. Malachi Rueda.
Stephen Steiner. Tristan Steiner. Jalen Steinheiser. Kaylin Stork. Jaden Stroud. Emma Strobel. James Thomas Lavorth. Omari Thomas. Trinity Towner. Miranda Troutman. Aiden Twig. Brooklyn Baston. Malia Wiley. Isabella Walker. Avery Walter. Elias Walters. Emily Boltman. Trenton Zeckman. Addison Zettelmoyer.
It is now time to confer the diplomas for the class of 2026. Would the class members of the 2026 Milton High School please stand? Audience members, upon conferral, please allow the graduates to recess from the gym before you leave your seats. As superintendent of the Milton Area School District, I certify that these students have met all of the requirements set forth by the Milton Area School District and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. By the power vested in me